Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's Weekend Whip, I'm going to be working on a page from Botanicum. I gave you guys a little sneak peek when I was doing my video earlier this week, but we're going to work a little bit in this book. I have my colors written down. I have some hot chocolate instead of some tea today because I cannot get warm. Like I'm just freezing all the time right now. So I'm gonna take some sips of this and trying not to drink too much caffeine, so I'm trying to switch things up a little bit. So hot chocolate it is today. I can't really tilt it. I wish you guys could see my cute little mug. It's an owl. I love it. Okay, so this is the page I'm working on. And I like the way she's looking so far. I've started with a very light pastel based background, which I will be adding pencil to later. I have done some work on the leaves, which I think we're going to be doing a little bit of that today. And I have whited out my poinsettias because I'm going to come in and add just a little bit of shading, but they're going to be white. So I'm going to have white poinsettias and white flowers, and then different colors other places. So yeah, I'm excited for that. Let me grab my pencils really quick. I'm working with my Polychromos. Okay, so we've got some Polychromos pencils ready to go. I have my colors picked out. I love these darker colors that I've kind of picked randomly. Well, not randomly, like I tried them out and then I liked it, so we just kept it and went with it. But yeah. So hi everybody. I hope you are doing well. It is Friday afternoon for me. I am still feeling a little weird, but have some calls into the doctor, so we'll see what is going on. So if I'm a little loopy, I'm gonna apologize now, loopier than normal, I guess, because I'm always just a little loopy on these. But yeah, I am able to get through most of my day without needing to completely fall asleep. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little bit of a struggle this week, but we did it. We got through my kiddos first week back to school. I was dreading it a little bit because it's very, very hard to get her up in the morning. There's a whole process, you guys, and I know that most people, say, oh yeah, it's hard. My kids don't want to get up in the morning either, but this is like a whole different level of crazy that we've got to deal with over here. So yeah, it's nothing I've ever had to deal with before, and it's tough. It's a little draining, and then I don't have a whole lot of energy left over for me. And then, on top of it, if I'm dealing with any kind of issues myself, it's not always the most fun. So sometimes these back to school days are a little hard, but we got through it, and we weren't late to school any day. So that's always a win in my book. Always a win. I told her every day how proud I was of her because she really fought and helped and tried really hard to get up, and yeah. Also, she found out that she was nominated for National Junior Honor Society. So she was very proud of herself. I'm very proud of her. Yeah, it was a good day when that note came home from school, and she was just kind of stoked. She's like, she got in the car and immediately looked at me and she's like, I got this thing at school and I don't know how to feel about it. And I was like, well, tell me all about it. And I had actually gotten a call from the principal's office, from the principal themselves, because we had some other things to discuss. And she had told me that Becca was going to have that today when she got in the car. So, yeah. So, yeah, we're pretty proud of that for her. Pretty happy for her. These look the same, right? Like they don't look different. Or is it just my head? I don't know. These are the same colors. Maybe I did them in a different order and I just didn't pay attention when I was doing that. I don't know what it is. So when I look at these leaves, I just try to figure out areas where it might be raised up a little bit and put my lighter colors in those areas. And then shade from there, like try to have the darker colors in the darker areas. And I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Of course, the darker colors are going to be in the darker areas. That's where darker colors would go. Whew. Let's see. So, yeah. And then what else happened this week? That was really the big news, was that she came home with that National Junior Honor Society thing, and they scheduled testing for the first week back, and I was just like, this is a bad idea, because the kids are not at their best this first week back to school. Like, they're tired and they're not, I don't know. It just didn't seem like the best timing to me, but I'm also not a teacher or an administrator, so I have no, I don't know. I don't know. I trust their judgment, I guess, on this one, but, I mean, she managed to get through it. She said she did pretty good on the testing. So there, in the U.S., if you're not from here, there's standardized testing every once in a while to kind of see where your student is at. If they need any, if they're understanding the material that they're being taught, besides, grades, like if they're still like retaining that knowledge. And yeah, so, and it tests mainly math and reading, at least at our school. And she did really well with her math. She was kind of bummed that she only raised her reading slightly, but she said she raised her math a lot. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes too. Channel news. I did release a video this week, earlier in the week. It was basically my coloring plans for the year. So, kind of like, I mean, I talked a little bit about my goals and things last weekend, Whip, but, for, like specific books that I'm wanting to focus on, and the books on my books to finish list, Though I kind of went into a little bit more detail about that in this week's video. So if you haven't checked that out, you can check that out and kind of see what's going to be coming up on the channel. I am kind of excited about a lot of it. I think it's going to be a cool year. I'm hoping, at least. Yeah. All right, those look okay, right? Yeah, I think they look okay. I'm going to grab the other colors for these other leaves and do some of those, so we can kind of see what the contrast is like and see if I need to add more shading. So I know it kind of looks a little weird to have that pink in there, but it makes the leaf look cool. And I also this week was so upset. I broke my Boss Stitch electric sharpener that I have on my desk, which is a really nice one. I like it a lot. And I was very upset to have broken it, but I have this little Statler one in the meantime, and it will suffice, I think. Okay, let me see what I'm doing here. I think I just need to these ones are a little bit easier because they're smaller, so I don't have to focus as much on like highlights and stuff. I can just kind of usually hit the interiors of the leaves and then blend outward from there. And then like the lightest areas would where this pink would go. And then if I want to darken anything up, I can use this. Oh, that's not really darkening it up. It makes it a little bit greener, but okay. Sorry. Oh, my pencil sharpener. Yeah. So it was really right in the middle of working on my color along this week, and yeah, it just broke. And so yeah, so I will have a part of the color along up on the channel next week. I'm hoping to have it all done I'm hoping to finish it up this weekend. That way I can get both parts posted and out to you guys next week, but we will have to wait and see how that goes. My like I said, my energy levels have been like really fluctuating quite a bit. So actually I don't know if I said that. I know I said that I'm dealing with stuff still, but yeah, so basically I will typically wake up in the morning and be pretty okay. Like I feel like I'm gonna have a good day, or you know, as I'm waking up the kiddo, and I have enough energy for that. And then when I get back from taking her to school, it's like every ounce of energy that I had in my body just disappears. Like it's just gone. And yeah, it's a little worrisome. So like I said, I've got calls into the doctors and trying to figure things out, and hopefully somebody calls me back, because that's getting a little frustrating. But yeah, I'm working on it, and I've not just kind of shut down that part of the system, so that's good, because that's what caused all this in the first part. was I couldn't make myself call the doctor, which is just sad. Like I was calling for my kiddos, no problem, but anytime it came to me, like it just wasn't working. So, so yeah, I am finally kind of on top of that for myself, which is good. All right, I'm going to use some warm gray and try to darken up the shadows just a little bit more, because I just don't feel like they're dark enough. Like, and I don't even know if this warm gray is going to be the right darkness either. I don't know. There's a lot of shadows in here that I need to, especially when you have like green on green, a lot of the times it's hard to get enough contrast between the layers of things to make sure that they all kind of stand apart from each other. All right, that feels a little bit better. Oh gosh. What was I talking about, guys? So sorry. Anyway, let's go back to the channel. So yeah, I'm hoping to have, like I said, I've got the first part of that color along done. So I'm excited for that. And I hope you guys like it so far. It is out of Johanna's Christmas. I'm coloring the beautiful rabbit page. I'm using a fun color palette for that. So hopefully I can get the rest of it done this weekend, and I can get both parts out to you next week. Yeah, looking forward to finishing that up. I am using Prismacolors in there, and I'm not loving it, and I don't know if it's like me right now, or if it's the paper, or what it is. I believe I've used Prismacolors in that book in the past, so I think it's like making me draw conclusions that something's going on with me and not necessarily the paper. Because I'm having some issues with all of my pencils and getting them to do what I want them to do, but I think it might be me. I mean, I am the connecting factor in all of this. Yeah, so hopefully I can get that finished and out there on the YouTubes. My kids always shake their head at me when I do that. I was like, well, I'm old, so I have to say the YouTubes, right? They're like, no, Mom, you don't have to say it that way. Yeah, I do. Let's see what else. So I did buy my first couple of books of the year already. I know it's not even the second week of January and I already bought books, but the new Lulu Mayo book came out, which I brought down here to show you guys because holy moly, it's adorable. And then I also have been seeing the Mini Mania books on people's channels, and it's so cute. And so I got my hands on one of those books, and yeah, it's adorable too. Not as cute as the Lulu Mayo books to me, but still pretty darn cute. And then I got a couple of books off of Etsy as well. So I've added those to my tracker. They're all written down in my planner. so that I can know, you know, when I spend money on things and stuff. But I knew that I would want the Lulu Mayo books just because I always want her books. Like, her books are pretty much an auto buy for me. Just because they're so cute. And they just bring me joy when I look at them. So, yeah. All right, let me show you guys that right now because those are fun. That's fun. Okay, I think that's going to be okay. I think the two of those will be different enough that you'll be able to tell what's what. I'm hoping it looks all right on camera too, like you can see the difference. Really like the way this flower ended up looking too. So yeah, all of these flowers are going to have that same kind of color scheme as well. All right, let me zoom you out. And we'll take just like a quick peek of this book. If you want to see a flip through, a full flip through, let me know. But I know there's other people that have already flipped through this on their channel. If you want to see my take on it though, I can do that too. Just let me know in the comments what you guys want. But I mean, let's start with this back page, this cute snow leopard page. Oh my gosh. So yeah, so this is a million baby animals. So there's baby animals everywhere. And what she's done with their eyes in this book, I love it. I love all of it. There are possums. Like, how do you make possums cute? And she did it, and I love it. This is so cute. Ugh. So yeah, I'm just going to show you a few, kind of flip through. I mean, look how cute. I love it so much. Look at these piggies. Oh my gosh. And these, I about lost my mind when I saw these because I think these are anteaters. And I think these are, I don't know if it's pronounced tapir, T-A-P-I-I-R. Is there two I's? But I think that's what those are. And I've never seen them in a book like that before. And they're just so cute. I love this so much. And these capybaras swimming all together. Ugh. Makes my heart happy. And of course the otters. Otters always make me happy. But, like, I mean, come on, you guys. Like, how adorable is that? I was so happy to get that. So happy. I think it's just going to turn out so cute. Yeah. So in hindsight, I wish I would have done like a base layer of green and then colored on top of it. But since I've already started the pencil work for these, I'm going to have to just keep going with it. It's going to take me a little while and I will keep going with it, but it's just frustrating now because now I have to do it all manually. So I'm going to add in a marker for these branches because I don't feel like coloring every little bit of this page with pencil. I'm also going to be doing her little cloak, half cloak, whatever it is, capelet. I'm going to be coloring that with marker too, and then adding like embellishments and stuff, which I think that's going to be really cute. Her skin, I'll keep all pencil just to make sure that it looks okay, but the background I'm going to add a little bit more pencil too, so that I can just darken up some of the areas, especially around like the edges and stuff. I'll show you the inspiration image that I found, because I did do like a little inspiration image for this page. I wanted it to be really pretty. So I always work better when I find inspiration. So I did look at the back of the book and, like, you know, looked at the register and tried to figure out how best to color this. So all of these flowers are supposed to be white, which they're mostly white. I have like blue as the shadow color. And then, you know, you're supposed to probably have red poinsettias, but since it's a little bit past Christmas, I decided to go with the white poinsettias instead, which I think will be really beautiful. I don't know what color to do her hair, because I think the cloak is going to be like a really dark gray, like really, maybe I should just grab that. Let me grab my markers. Yeah, let's see what we got here for markers. Oh, so here's the inspiration image. So here's the background that I found that I really liked. And so you can kind of see what I've done here. So I've got like the lighter color up in the corner like this, and then it goes into the blues. I think that's going to be cute. Here's the flower images that I found that I wanted to kind of use. So yeah, anyway, let me grab some markers and we're going to test out some marker colors. I don't want to go super, super dark, but I want a darker gray so that, again, I don't have to do quite as much. Well, that one's out. So I don't have to do quite as much work with my pencils. So that's that one. Ooh, that's really dark. And that's really dark. And this one is much cooler. Let's go with, I think I'm going to go with the cooler one. If I want to warm it up, I can just by adding warmer grays when I go to the shadowing and stuff, but yeah, this way I can just get some of this done. But yeah, I saw this really cool, it's actually called a capelet on Instagram. No, it wasn't Instagram, on Pinterest. And so I'm going to try to replicate that a little bit, which I did not print up an image of it, but it's on my phone. So let's see, plans, what's going on channel wise. Again, I think like I've said, I'm just going to try to get that color along out to you guys next week. And then hopefully I have several whips started all over the place right now. I do have one finished page and I have another one that's almost finished. And this one that's about, I mean, that's not quite halfway, but at least I'm working on it today. But yeah, and then I have a few others that are in progress as well. So I just need to start completing those. I've been getting a little sidetracked watching everybody's coloring plan videos and finished pages videos too. So normally I would like color along and listen and watch and color, but I have not been really able to do a whole lot of coloring. So I've been just kind of watching, and that's been about it. Yeah, this whole thing is going to be dark. It's all going dark. This almost looks blue, but when I add in the shading and stuff, it'll be a lot darker. And that's one of the things also that I like about using the markers in these, especially the Maria Trolle books, is that, yeah, you'll get a little bit of, like, marks where you've gone over your, what am I trying to say? Like lines where your marker has crossed over itself. Why can't I talk today? But but if you work quickly, they tend to kind of blend themselves, which is nice. And then when I come to do the pencil work, that's not as much of a pain in the you-know-what. Trying to blend all that together. Or hide those. Streaking. That's the word I was looking for. Streaking. Just have to be careful with where you put your, like that you don't go over the same place too many times. That's the biggest part of it, really, is that, you know, when you get a lot of streaking, it's because the paper is absorbing the water in the marker so fast that it's drying before you can really get to it to make it blend together. This is a little more detailed than I thought it was, and having to try to do that and talk at the same time is proving tough for me right now. I've had quite a few people request to see 50 Farmers Miniatures color along. And that would be relatively easy for me, I think, to do, like on top of the other ones that I've done. So if that is something that you'd be interested in seeing, let me know in the comments. I do have several Camellia Angel Cova color alongs on the channel already. So like, especially not this year, but last year, I did a whole series of videos on Halloween, around Halloween, that were all Camellia Angel Cova videos. So it's basically the same process as I show in those videos. But if you want to see something specifically out of 50 Farmers Miniatures, let me know. And I can try to do that. I do have one other page that I think would be appropriate for the colder weather, so I could do that for you guys, if you want. All right. So yeah, I think this is going to be a good one. And then I'll come in, I'm going to let this dry totally, and then I'll come in with my pencils and do the shading and stuff, but I think it's going to be good. And I love that you can tell that this is hand drawn. Like this is not computer generated lines. They're not straight, they're not perfect. They are definitely hand drawn with love, and I love that. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on that for a second. I just wanted to point out on here too, wanted to show you guys the cute little owls. So this is what the actual owl is supposed to look like in real life, like this little guy. But then look how cute this one is that I found as an illustration, something similar. So I'm gonna try to mix the two on this little dude. It's so cute though. I love it. And then this background I thought would be perfect for this side if I decide I want to do like a quick neo color or Inktense page. I feel like that would be a beautiful color. I mean, it doesn't really necessarily go with this side, but I think it would be really pretty for that side. So that might be something that you see at the end of the month too. We'll see how I feel. Okay, so here's where the streaking might get more noticeable. But you can see, like with that first one, that it had a little bit more time to dry than it did with these other ones, because I just kept going over the same, like moving my marker a little bit, but still kind of blending everything in. So yeah, you can see that line there. But if I just add a little bit more, it should blend itself in pretty well. So I'm going to do that again, and we'll just keep going across the page. And if you miss a section, you can just come back in and add it, you know, add little touches here and there. It should be okay. I'm trying not to be too messy with this, but we all know that I am a little bit of a messy colorist, so it's okay if that happens. This is looking a lot more blue than I thought it would, but like I said, when I get my pencils out to shade, it'll definitely be more, end up looking more darker gray. Since I've not been able to do a whole lot else, I've been, like I said, watching YouTube videos and reading a lot. I did find another series of books that I've been enjoying. They're all basically like, it's a series of books, and they're all basically kind of like the same love story, but each book has like a little bit of a whole like throughout story that it's building on. So that's what keeps me going through the books. They're not as spicy. They're still a little spice, but they're not as spicy as some of the other ones that I've read recently, which I kind of needed a break from. Sometimes it just gets to be like, okay, that's enough. That's enough of that. Let's read something where your mind is not completely in the gutter all of the time. But this one is, again, it's kind of right at my alley. It's like a modern or like an urban fantasy kind of thing with like vampires and all kinds of stuff. I like it a lot so far. Well, I like the characters and the fact that there's humor in it, and then the overall arcing story is good, but sometimes the individual books get a little repetitive, which is frustrating, because it's like, I mean, it's the exact same thing. They meet, there's like maybe a little bit of resistance, and then they fall head over heels in love with each other, and then it's all mushy and lovey-dovey stuff, which is fine. I don't always need a ton of angst. Sometimes I want just the ones where it's just like, oh yeah, that's my person and I like them now. They're mine. But it's a good series, and I'm going to have to put it on screen because I cannot remember. The author's name is Diane something, but I have no idea what any of the titles have been, nor do I know the series, the name of the series of it either. But they're pretty good, and they're free on Amazon Kindle. They're pretty easy reads. So, okay, so there's her cape, like the basis for it at least, and then we'll have the embellishments. She'll get some embellishments done, and then I'll probably have her blouse be like that pink that's on these leaves. We'll see. It'll either be that pink or a cream. I haven't decided yet. Let me grab some more drink. All right, and then her hair. Yeah, her hair is the one that I am just not sure about. Let's see. Do we want this as my hair color? That would be nice and dark. We're going for it. She's gonna have dark hair. And I will be able to add in highlights with pencils since I'm doing this with marker. I will add shadows and highlights into her hair. So it's going to look like one blob of brown for a little while until I can get in here and add that stuff. I really like this picture, though. I think it's so pretty, and I've wanted to color it for a really long time, and I was just like, I kept putting it off. I'm like, no, I don't know how to do it yet. And then I saw that background, and I was just like, okay, it's time. Let's just get it done. All right, let me get a few more pieces in here. For some reason, I like it when the Maria Trolle characters have dark hair. Dark hair or like weird color hair. I did color a girl with blonde hair one time, and I've done white hair in another one, but I don't know if it's because there's so many lines that she draws in the hair. It just doesn't ever feel right to me. So I usually do dark hair or a weird color, like a pink or a purple. Sorry, those aren't weird colors. Those are just not naturally given colors. I like those hair colors. I think they're beautiful. But yeah, we'll go ahead and do her eyebrow too, because so we know that that's going to be dark. Okay, so that's where we're at so far on this one. I think it's going to be really pretty, like I said, when it's done. The leaves are gonna be a sticking point for me, because like I said, I started everything with pencils, so now I have to continue, and that's going to be a pain in the you-know-what. But there we go. That's where we're going to stop for today, because I feel like I'm just rambling now. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I appreciate you all being here. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.